Okay, hello everyone. And the second time in history that has happened that Sapher managed to beat the record while it was being recorded. And just as we were thinking that it would stand for a while, it only actually took 3 months for it to get beaten. So here it is, the new record, which will stand for a while this time because it has finally been broken almost 6,000 turns and 200 million turns in score. And so here it is, presenting the video along with Sergey and a special guest, the record holder himself, Sapher.
Hi all.
Hello.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Very good to have you here. And I guess let's get the show on the road. So, yeah, at the very start, immediately picking up a book of apportation. This is a pretty good start, would you say so?
Well, it doesn't matter at this point. I restart a lot, and apportation is not the reason for me to continue playing. I need to find something really good, like statue form, simulacrum, death channel, BVC. Apportation is not one of those spells. It helps, but it doesn't. It's not important at this point.
Yeah. Well, I
Book of
mean,
One Life, on the other hand, is just incredible find at this point.
yeah, straight and entering on D2, immediately apporting a Book of Unlife, that is a pretty good start then, probably.
Yeah, it's a good start, but still, mm, I'm not convinced I should play super slowly. Main idea for the start of the game is that you should play really fast, and I'm probably still playing in this mode, playing fast. Because some might think that it's a turn count speedrun, you should play super fast, you should think a lot. Well, it's not like that in the beginning of the game. It's quite the opposite of that. You need to play as fast as you can. You need to find very good items, very good spells, and only after that you should switch to playing slowly. And so far, I'm not sure I like this game that much. It's a good start, but it might end anywhere, anytime.
Yes.
You can meet, I don't know, um, any unique character can kill you. You can die pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a problem in the early game. Any run can die. Until you have a couple of runes, you are almost always in danger. So, like, continuing from that, let's see.
Okay, I would like to ask, was there a kick altar in the temple? Because it was not clear
I
from this
don't
recording.
remember. Probably I played 50% of my games using Kiku and another 50% Chei. Sometimes there were other gods like Slime God, but they are too rare.
Yeah, but would you pick Kiku if there was an altar?
It depends.
I mean, in this particular game
Sometimes I
where you have a Book of One Life.
I found the Book of Life before Temple. Yeah, it's easy, Chei. I don't need Kiku
Yeah,
because I have a book.
agree.
Mm. I have played one run where, or maybe a couple, where you use the Book of Life and 2 stars to not need so much piety to go into slime. Then you can just spam the corpse wretches. But
This is a very dangerous moment, as far as I remember. I had to use Disto weapon. I could kill probably one mosquito, but it's a pack, so strange things start happening now.
yeah, and I was very surprised when I saw this moment that it's a very resourceful use of this to not if you say that you need to play fast and just go through these runs, like picking out that you still have disto and remembering it's a very uncommon situation. That's quite insightful to use it there, and lucky that you didn't get a vista, of course.
Yes, this was lucky.
Yeah, and we were wondering a bit where your contamination was coming from a bit here. So we were thinking it was from the cast, some spells, but yeah, it turns out it was disto. So that gave you some good mutation. I mean, which doesn't seem too bad. Also, yeah, no terrible mutations.
Yeah, the cost to survive there was pretty high. Minus 20% HP is annoying.
And I guess there was really nothing else to do, just maybe some blind reading scroll, which I'm not sure if you had at that point.
In
Yeah,
the early game, I blind read all the scrolls I find because it's super annoying to die while having acquirement scroll in your inventory. So I just read all the scrolls in case I die a few moments later. Only
Actually, okay, go on.
Only when I think that this run is good and I can survive, I can delay reading unID'd scroll. But most of the time I read them as fast as I can.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is that one noticeable difference between my and your strategies are picking up consumables like scroll and potion. I mean, here you have abortation, which is a bit of an exception, but I see that you generally don't go several tiles to some consumables.
Yeah, sometimes I skip potions. Scrolls, I usually I go for scrolls because I want acquirement a lot. I don't care about potions that much.
Yeah, but it can be also very nice. I mean, it's much more rare, but
I don't have faith that I will find experience potion, so if I go for Che, I don't care about haste. There's not that many good potions. I can skip them if they are far away.
yeah. And what do you think about picking up a gold?
I usually don't pick gold. Only from acquirement scrolls or big piles of gold sometimes.
Yeah, now we have some very nice evocable wands picked up that you can use to clear this quite hard lair entrance. And also, currently, the XP is being funneled into the second quite important spell of the game, which is being statue form, and that is another quite amazing find that you have.
Statue Form is not a must-have spell for a turn count speedrun, but it helps a lot. You can survive if you have Simulacrum, Death Channel, Animate Death, even without Statue Form. I did Slime Pits a few times with those spells and without Statue Form, but it's of course good to have it.
Yeah, you've
The chance of me dying decreases by a lot.
yeah, you've called it the Don't Die in S branches spell, which definitely does help for survivability. Yeah, instantly getting to 26 AC, even at low spell power, that's a big boost.
yeah, the start looks pretty, I would say, insane for me.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
Yeah, this
just
vault
entering Lair is
is
already rare at this turn count.
yeah, so
I was modded that vault and I saw who defends it, and I know that I can kill it right now, no problem. So I will go there.
yeah, and just a note on that. So this is the fastest run ever to get to the to enter S branches to get the rune. So yeah, this was even in progress. This was already breaking records and yeah, managing to continue getting the luck through all the spells and finishing off the run was just amazing. So much time saved all around.
Especially that first rune pick that looked insane to me.
I have very good spells, what can I say?
Okay, yeah, there was a bit of a dangerous situation with being around 20 HP there fighting those yaks, so still not out of the woods yet. Still need some strength.
So what is reward in this world? Just the
That's
potion of
minus
resistance?
20% mutation. Low HP because of Dista weapon.
Ah, that's right. Oh, it was an artifact hat.
Oh, so that thing that looked like a ring mail was a hat?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The head that gives resist corrosion, so slime pits will be much easier with it.
Yeah, that's pretty much end game gear.
Yeah, and so nice. So many turns saved from the apportation. Like probably, well, I mean, in a regular game, if you didn't have apportation, you might have just skipped those potions on scroll right there. But instead, you get to have them for 2 turns cost.
I don't skip scrolls until I find acquirement. So potions,
okay.
yes, but scrolls, no.
Yeah, and at this turn count, you might only be expecting to enter Lair, while you managed to already enter the S branch and can
And be reasonably strong for it.
yeah, can be expected to survive. So that's very nice. And have
Not
let's see.
surviving, actually, it should be super easy. I have all the spells I need. I expect an easy walk here. It's a bit hard to decide if I can clear vaults, but as far as I remember, I skip those.
Yeah, having BBC, statue form, dev channel, anime dead, just so nice already. There are very few characters that can expect to have this many spells at even twice the turn count. So yeah. And also, I mean, there could of course be some pretty much ambush vaults that could be surrounding you and keep you in danger. Do you have any teleport scrolls or something like that to escape?
I don't remember. And I don't think there are walls that can put me in danger here. Statue forms, 32 AC. I cannot die. It's just impossible.
Okay. So yeah,
And you probably had Ring of Wizardry and Intelligence Ring at this point, right?
no rings actually.
No?
Yeah, I can quickly turn it back. We just saw the screen. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, no
Okay.
rings and just the +4 hat. So just casting this raw. So this is another let's see benefit of of Sapher, that he has reduced chances to fail spells sometimes. I mean, yeah, we can check out the failure rates as well.
I mean, they should be reasonable for statue form.
Oh, let's see. So statue
Oh, yeah,
is
it's okay, good.
yeah 16, Simu 41, Dev Channel 22. Others are fine. And yeah, pretty much almost Kiku gameplay at this point. Wait, but okay, so not only did you get a Book of Life, you also picked up Simulacrum along the way, so that's just amazing. Both of the Kiku books.
That's why main advice for the early game is to play super fast. It should be mentioned a lot of times because many people think turn count is about playing slowly. No, you need to play as fast as you can and get all the spells you have. And this way you can play, you can show good results if you have all the spells you need.
Yeah, well, I guess initially you still need to have the skill to be able to pile up the characters so that
Yeah, you
uh,
should be able to stick. So when you find the spells, you'll be sure you won't die.
okay, yeah, and this is a getting to Swarm for quickly. Which ending was this one?
For corners with Super Hydra 27 heads.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. As long as it's not the 5-star with the paralyzed casters, that's the worst one. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, so in terms of the chances to get these spells, yeah, you do need to be fast to get these runs, but from my estimations, just the early game, getting those 3 books or something like that probably already makes this a 1 in like 10,000 chances run to get it
No,
because
it's not a
During
10,000.
during those 3 months, I played 750 games total. So it's not that much.
well, I mean, just getting any 3 books is wouldn't be rare, but getting those 3 specific ones, and that is pretty rare, in my opinion. Well, I did do those D1 test chances to get, and getting 1 book was like 1 in 100 runs. So getting 2 or 3 specific ones would be quite a bit rarer, I would think.
But the rates are probably higher on higher dungeon levels.
Yeah, they increase a bit, but yeah, it was D1, D2, and then maybe D4 for the 3rd book.
So
at
that was
first I
just a one
trained,
shot of
I trained
iteration.
using Che, and I played Kiko and trained using Simulacrum, and now I use these results.
Okay.
Results of training with Kiko.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, without Kiku, this wouldn't be. Yeah, without Kiku, we wouldn't be as proficient with knowing what Simulacra is capable of. So yeah, that was a quick pickup, and yeah, as you said, it barely seemed dangerous. But being in Swamp at XL 11, now almost XL 15, and soon we'll be going into the other S branch.
These vaults look dangerous, but they're optional, so no problem, I can skip them.
Yeah, as long as there's nothing that you actually want in them. Like, for example, Sergey in his last run did have the statue form inside of the vaults, so yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
my vault was
Also,
not nearly as
everything was
dangerous.
ring, and I did ring, but I decided to skip. Because I have everything I need for the next S branch, I have everything I need for slime pits.
But would you go there if there was a shatter, for example, or passage of Galabria?
Yeah, sure, I would find a way to kill them, but an ID ring is not that important. I would even return there later to get shatter.
Oh yeah, pretty much, because you still have time left in Lair.
Huh. Yeah, so zombie hands with statue form is pretty much just as good as summoning the wretches because the mobs still die during a few turns next to you. So yeah, that's quite nice. and that's a mark with a lot of enemies summoning to you. But the necromancy is, of course, able to quickly take care of them because it's just that strong. And that mark also showed you that the swamp. Well, I mean, okay, I guess you also already kind of knew that because of the magic mapping about the swamp entrance. I mean, snake.
Naga. Yeah.
Yeah, now snake I find to be quite a bit more dangerous than swamp. Are you worried at all in this branch?
I'm not worried, but I know it will be slower because Nagas are bad targets for Simulacrum. Snakes are a good target, but it's not often you find enough of snakes. So I just expect to lose a few turns, but not problems. I have resist poison, I have resist electricity. They cannot kill me unless I do something stupid.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the main the main kind of really dangerous mobs would be the salamander tyrants, which do the upheaval thing that does fire damage, but you should have kind of enough HP to survive a couple of hits of that, so that should be fine as well.
So the worst enemy here is probably the bad layout, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rather hard to fight with summons in corridors, so some layouts can make it much harder.
Yeah, I mean mostly for the navigation, because sometimes it is just annoying that you cannot find the upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, stairs can be quite hidden in these nooks and crannies as well. Yeah, so
But
with
this layout seemed to be nice. So it's nothing really, no dead end.
yeah, well, as long as you can find the stairs with passive mapping as well, that's also quite good since yeah, we did saw one exit on the screen just a bit
So
ago.
here I saw the fire training. So I suppose the book with ignition is already there, right?
No, I will have ignition much later, maybe in Zig. I'll find it in Tomb. I'm training fire because I want to find it. I want to be prepared for that. Maybe I will find acquirement scroll. It will increase my chances to find it there. So just in preparation for it in future.
Interesting approach.
I mean, game is too easy already. Need to be preparing for the future.
I have nothing to train. I already have a good chance to cast statue form, death channels, simulacrum. So I need to train something. So why not fire?
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess let's see what if it was me. I would maybe yeah probably spend a bit more on simulacrum if I was casting those a lot, but I guess fire does make sense if you intend to use that. Maybe earth is more guaranteed to be needed because if you don't have shatter, you will go slow. If you don't have ignition, you might still be able to do everything.
Well, if I find ignition right now, it will help in slime speed. If I find shutter now, it will not help. So I train fire now.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, and
At
looks
this
like.
point, my thought would be probably to train something like, I don't know, dodging, location, some general stuff like that, to just not die.
Statue form covers my defenses.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, now it's a pretty interesting situation of opening the Snake 4 vault with Mark. I guess it's pretty a good decision to run away for a bit because, yeah, being surrounded, even you probably couldn't live through that.
Yeah, not enough MP regeneration for that.
So what is that layout? Is that a Quicksilver Dragon one?
No, it's like a triangle, big triangle,
Well,
divided into small triangles.
Oh.
that should be the Quicksilver one, but maybe it doesn't always spawn. Well, yeah, from what I remember, it has the two Quicksilvers at the end, right next to the rune door. Not the rune door, but
Yes,
the
there is no door in this layout, probably. So it's not dragon. It's
Yeah,
another
Dragon
one.
layout, it is probably similar looking,
oh
but
yeah,
you
okay. I know. Okay, now I know that the one. I mean, so during this whole run, did you ever need to bread swing or yeah, waste turn somehow to
Yeah, there was a few places where explore again was not good enough. Like here, I struggle actually to make a huge army capable of clearing this world. I have to explore almost whole fourth floor for that, just to regain magic points. So that is the place where I wanted a source of MP regeneration. And I'm losing here turns because of that. Well, I am ahead by a lot, it's not a problem, but I'm playing slowly here. Spiders would be much easier.
yeah.
well,
So basically, I always want to see animal branches when I have necromancy stuff. Because animal simulacrums are much better against animals compared to weapon users.
yeah, that one tile corridor really not doing well for these simulacras. They can't surround them and kill them instantly, so they die one by one. And yeah, these Naga warriors are really tanky. Yeah, I actually need to
I
bring.
had to use two blink scrolls here. It's a very hard place. Well, I think I played bad. Maybe I shouldn't be marked earlier. I don't know
Well,
if I could do it.
it's really hard to avoid right next to the entrance there.
Maybe it was also possible to approach after the teleport. It was possible to approach the wall from the different side, the open side, like from here somewhere, to fight in the open via summon.
Well, he was talking about needing mana, so that was unexplored in the upper corner, so there was extra mana generation there. Because otherwise, you cast Simulacrum like, I don't know, 5 times and you're out of mana. Oh, 2 potions of ambrosia. That will help. Hopefully, if you need mana. And that was pretty much the whole vault. Yeah, due to the mark, everyone woke up and came out. So exploring the rest is pretty easy since it's going to be empty. And that's the second rune of the game.
And the turn count at this point is
1 second. Second rune. That is 1933.
oh, so it was quite slow make,
Yeah, it was very slow.
but it is still very fast run overall.
Yeah, first run was so quick that it still looks very fast, but this rune was slow.
Yeah, I think this was the fastest second rune ever as well. And the third rune will also be the fastest ever. So yeah, that's quite a run up until this point. Nobody has ever done it faster than this. Okay, I mean, of course, excluding some possible slime or abyss runes that, yeah, just go in and die there.
Oh yeah, there are like 17 turns, like 7 turns, maybe abyss runes.
Yeah. Okay, did you have any problems finding the slime branch?
I don't remember actually. Oh, here it is. No problem.
Yeah.
Layer 4.
Okay, let's quickly check out the spells. Okay, so yeah, I also picked up Sublimation of Blood. And all the spells are at, yeah, 1% failure rate. So yeah, kind of makes sense that you would rain something else. And that something else right now is Earth Magic. Some hope. Did you manage to find Shatter already?
No, I didn't find it. Again, that is preparation in case I find it. So
Okay.
I need to train something. Fire 10 is good enough, so I can train it quickly up to 14 or 15 and make it castable. So I need to train Earth Magic for maybe 16 in preparation. It's not. I will not be able to cast Shatter as soon as I find it, but it will be close to that.
Mm-hmm. And 8 invocations, are you fine with that?
I don't have POG, so it's more than enough for rotation. And also 5, it's a bit in preparation for me to find POG. For rotation, you need, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2. So 5 is, again, I need to waste XP somewhere.
Okay.
But the question was about invocations.
Oh, invocations, 8. Well, I don't want to step from time. Probably I'm sure in myself.
Okay. Okay, let's see how slime goes. So, going with Kiku, you would go do Wretches and then cast some Simu and Death Channel. With Che, you instead just do some slouches and summons spawn anyway. So, this is maybe even a bit safer if you can actually spare the piety, because you are already killing the enemies instead of needing to wait for the wretches to spawn. So, I mean, if you have the spells, Che might already be better here. But not everyone can expect to have such good spells already.
I think it's a bit. It can be a bit more ugly with Che.
Well, if you can spare a couple slouches, then Yeah, I guess yeah. Like if you didn't have statue as well, then it could be. But of course, a statue helps a lot. Okay, that was a shining eye. Good escape from the confusion by going back up. And now we have some slightly more enemies. For it, 3 slouches takes care of most of them. And we're down to slime 5, which is, in my opinion, the easier part of slime, the dive being the harder one, if you have the spells, and since you know what you can expect in these versions, since there's only one layout.
Before I enter the center of this map, I explore like 25% of it to make more friends that will help me in the final fight. So it's so I don't go straight up, a bit to the left.
Yeah, and of course they also then are less likely to ambush you when you're almost done fighting. That might also happen if you don't clear. But yeah, so being surrounded by 20 simulacra or something, oh, 30 actually, it already makes you feel pretty safe.
Now I'm ready to fight the royal jelly, but I don't see it. But I already want to fight it.
Yeah. Oh wow, so you didn't even see it after entering that far, so yeah, that's pretty unlucky.
Yeah, suppose when you enter the corridor, you hope that you won't see the royal jelly, or at least you will see it in the distance, because fighting it in a corridor is a complete waste. Yeah, that's very unlucky.
Yeah, I'm losing my friends here. That's the most annoying thing. So my big army is now only 1/3 of it.
Yeah, it's interesting where it got pulled away. Nothing really made noise except you, so why did it decide to just leave? Huh. Well, okay.
Mark helped.
Yeah. And also, I guess you were expecting it to be somewhere up top, but it juked you around the bottom. And it died really, really fast with no problems. So that was nice. And let's see, for the third rune, the turn count is 2,421.
Well, that's actually not super fast at this point.
Yeah, this
I mean,
is
it's probably still the fastest, but not by far.
yeah, this was the closest points. This is like the bottleneck where uh like the runs converge in terms of turn count. This is uh and then they once again this run once again speeds up massively. I think due to the shatter find.
Limpets 5 was slow. I had to explore whole floor, so you should not expect a very fast result.
So what were the highlights of this? Oh, well, we can pause here.
Yeah. Yeah, so oh man, that's not a bad ring. Wizardry as well to help with casting the high level spells.
and I don't see the
Main
shutter.
find here is unID'd scrolls. I think, I'm not sure, but I think one of them will be acquirement.
Mhm.
Oh, and a Scarf of Resistance as well. That's quite nice. Fills out your resistances, makes you safer.
So why didn't you read the unID'd scrolls right now?
I will read them very soon. I wanted to get out of slime pits. I don't remember why. Maybe something bad can happen. I don't know, tele, unID'd. Or maybe noise scroll, I don't know.
But I think you already have a teleportation. Yeah, it is identified at this point.
Well, maybe I should have read it earlier, but it will not be that later. I will read all the scrolls in a few turns.
Okay, so silence. Yeah, so for the very best runs, you would hope to have Pog already. Oh, and that was, let's see, the Book of Annihilations. Let's see.
Yes, that was Shatter from Quant.
Yeah. So let's see, Staff of Death, Warlock's Mirror, some gold, and the Book of Annihilations, which is one of the, two main pieces, I would say, of the speed run. So now you were missing, Shatter and Pog. Now you're pretty much only missing Pog. So that's a very, very nice acquirement. Can't expect much better than that.
Yeah, you expect for slimes to give you something good like Shatter. So if they don't, well, maybe it's over.
Did you consider going into Ziggurat before acquiring Shutter?
No, I didn't. I don't think it saves a lot of turns.
I don't think it saves turns, but it's just more
Even
consistent,
if you
in my
don't have
opinion.
Shatter, you can do Tomb rather fast. Well, you will maybe do it 200 turns slower than you should if you have Shatter, but
Well,
it's not
without
much.
Hawk, you will lose, I don't know, I would say like 400 turns. I mean, you have distortion, so it might help you, but it's also unreliable. Also, only one teleportation scroll. So I kind of see a Ziggurat path after third rune as something that is consistent, not that it is something fast.
I tried it once to go straight to the Zig after third rune. I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, the way that I'm thinking about the Ziggurat is that you would need to go to the Ziggurat anyway in most of the runs, so you can go there first and just you can already know if the run fails there or not because you would either find the spells that you need or otherwise the run is dead, so that can save you some time in terms of resetting the runs. So you don't need to try to somehow slog your way through Tomb. But yeah, so I saw that Shatter is already castable. Of course, you did train it up and have that wizardry ring, so that's one of the earliest Shatters in these games, and that's
Also, this D14 flow has a lab, and I have Shatter. And I still have to skip it because it's a waste of turns now. I have almost everything, and if I want loot, I can go to Zig. It was a rather hard decision, but I skip it and go straight into vaults.
Yeah, that's reasonable at this point, I would say.
yeah, I think I would also skip it if I was in this position. Yeah, so talking about a bit of the run in the future, like in Pan and stuff, you were still, I saw, using Simulacrum quite a bit. What do you think about it interfering with spells like Shatter, or like, do you think it? How much time does it lose you, or is it still just as fast to use it, to use summons in extended?
The main thing I remember about extended that I struggled with mutations. I didn't have necromutation, so I have maybe I wanted to have something that blocked line of sight. I don't remember that I use it that often.
Okay.
Maybe on executioners.
Yeah. I was going to say about executioners and some kind of strikes and stuff like that. And also monolic flow for, of course, just to block the line of fire.
But yeah, so of course, having Shatter and being able to break down the walls in vaults is just a really big quality of life upgrade for the exploration. This was one of the reasons why I did say that you would want to go to the Zig first, because you can explore fast like this if you have found Shatter in the Zig, but you found it even in before doing the Zig, so that of course makes you able to save pretty much the same amount of time by just breaking down the walls like this.
I think if I found the not Shatter but Poke, it would save almost the same amount of turns, if not bigger. Shatter is nice to have at this point, but it's not even the only spell that could help me. I could also find Ignition to deal damage to a crowd and Poke to save turns. And
I mean, just
probably
the tomb alone.
With Tomb, I can get enough spells to tele inside Tomb second floor. I already have something like
Optimistic.
I mean, Shatter is nice, but Pog is also a very good spell at this point of the game, so probably they are close in value.
I mean, I would say that Shatter is much more value just because it is more rare. You're more
Yeah, that
likely
is
to
true.
find passage later.
Yeah, because Shatter is in only one book, while Pog is in two books. Yeah, only the Annihilations book exists, which is not a random book.
By the way, when I was exploring Vaults 2, I saw entrance to Crypt, and I skipped it. another hard decision. I could enter Zig a bit earlier, but decided I wanted to check Vaults 5 first. Maybe I wanted something like Necromutation, Ignition. That's why. I feel like I am ahead by a lot, and if I don't die, but I lose a few turns, it's okay. So I'm already playing a bit slower than I could, because I feel like I'm ahead by a lot.
Yeah, that's interesting. And of course, it makes sense. If you only need to beat the record, it's no need to actually throw the run to save a few turns for that. And yeah, going into vaults is a bit safer than Tomb because, well, I mean, would you say that it's a bit safer in Vaults 5 than in Tomb?
Yeah, by the way, I can say a few things about importance of this mode. Like when you enter Vaults 5, you can find every corner in this mode. So right as I enter Vaults 5, I know all possible locations of Vaults 5 rune. Like in the top left corner, it's probably in the center, if it's there. In the, well, I'm too lazy to explain, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know all possible locations, and that's super easy to do, so probably you should.
Yeah,
I
that's
actually didn't know that about vaults.
yeah, that's a really good note, and I did want to ask you about that at some point. But yeah, so what we're talking about here is that DCSS has pre-generated vaults that are being used randomly to place to place these blocks and create the levels. And vaults is made out of four of these mini blocks, and you can identify them right as you enter vaults 5 and find them out inside of the game files and just know in which locations you should expect the rune, as Sapher says. And that's of course a big information advantage. And so how often do you check, and how often do you just already know from all your experience about these different vaults in all of the levels?
I check almost every time. Even if I know this flow, even if I saw you remember it, I'd still check to be super safe.
Yeah, so that's what it takes to break these records, of course. Sapher is the one that does it the best.
I mean, my record was not that optimized yet, so you could still not with mode and still beat it.
In the top left corner, root could only spawn in the center, so I leave this corner and start exploring next one.
Is it ever possible that one of the quadrants would have symmetrical layout, and the rune can spawn in place, let's say, there? So you have to check like 7 over.
Yeah, in top right corner of this layout, there are like 6 possible places for a rune. There are many doors there. That's why I want to check this place last. So I don't want to check all those possible places and go to other corners first.
Yeah, that's quite good. So when
Here I had to shatter one wall to open bottom right. I killed Invis Lich with shatter and also opened a wall and created big problems for myself because I lost all my summons.
yeah, and that's quite a good note. When I was initially looking at this vault on how fast you managed to find the rune, I was thinking that you were just lucky, but yeah, there's turns out there's quite a bit of strategy. Yeah, and since you can predict where the rune is, that cuts down on the luck quite necessary quite a lot. since you only need to check a minimum amount of spaces. But yeah, that situation looked a bit bad, so a decision to teleport.
Yeah, I was out of magic points, so Tele is a good option. Explore again is very good.
By the way, do you like Meteoron overall?
Yeah, it's a very fun species. It's interesting to watch other people play it, even if they don't want to achieve very high results.
Yeah, because they're forced to play somewhat turn count, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so since Meteoron's getting removed, what do you think is the next best at this point for the newer versions?
Well, I know that human now is has Explore again, so
Oh
maybe
wow!
he is the new one.
But they don't have that much, right?
I
They
think,
have the same mutation, but they have worse aptitudes. So they will be slower, but probably not by a lot.
Wait, but you mean they regenerate just the same amount of HP and mana points?
yeah,
I
per
didn't play,
turn?
but looking from changelog, I would think so.
yeah,
That they have the exact same mutations that Meteorans had.
yeah. So actually, regarding that, there was some comments that they wanted the devs to buff exploration region for humans. They want to actually increase it above what it's currently at. So yeah, currently it's the same.
So then human probably is just by far the best, the same as Meteoron was.
Yeah, I guess we might see a human stacked high score list for the tournament next. And yeah, that's the rune in an expected location, I suppose. Yeah, since you needed to break open that wall for that. Okay, let's check the turn count for the vaults rune. That's 3,236.
That's quite fast. I guess we can speed up this part maybe.
Yep. Yeah, currently just figuring out the fastest ways to move through the level. Since you have a bunch of stairs close by, can check every option and count the turns. Because yeah, no pog currently, so that still matters quite a lot. And yeah, so since there is no pog, that's the main thing that's currently missing until this is able to become an actual real run. Because even as fast as this is, if a run isn't able to get pog, then it still wouldn't be uh, a, a competitive one because you lose so many turns during extended.
I think it can still beat my score even without the poke, but it would be kind of close.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I guess it might actually have been possible. this.
I know that this floor, you're not certain where tomb entrance is, but it's not completely random. It's like 70% to spawn in to the left and to the right, the closest places. They're not evenly weighted. It's 70%. The entrance is very close to you, and only 30% it's somewhere in the top of this level. In a few places there, combined, they have 30% chance. So it's not completely random. You have to check first this place, next the place to the left, and only after that you have to go to the top of this level.
That's good information. Yeah, I didn't know that. And in regards to the Tomb 1 well,
yeah, I know that mapping can help me find the perfect entrance to the next floor, but I value mapping more. I want to save it for later, and I don't really care if I will find myself in the middle of the Tomb 2 floor. There's only 4 greater mummies there. It should be very easy because I have Shatter.
yeah.
Well, not very easy. I still suffer from Torment. Statue form is not good enough to be completely certain in myself. Also, I don't have 3 forms, but I should be fine. Maybe not super easy, but manageable.
Yeah, that's how Tomb usually goes. Just go down to low HP and try to live after that.
Also, I found infestation right near tomb entrance. It was in crypt on 3rd floor. So I have infestation now.
Yeah, and that's once again a great pickup. One of the main spells. Yeah, so at this point, well, okay, you're you're only missing Shatter. I mean, no, you're missing Pog and Ignition, and that would be.
I mean, ignition
And
is still not that.
activation is also important.
Well, yeah, I guess true. Well, it's really good for a Ziggurat.
That was some nice infestation value.
Well, I mean, he did the slouch to
I
keep them
see
alive.
a few telescrolls there, and somehow I want to pick them. I don't remember why. Probably because I have 0 telescrolls now.
Well,
So
teleport scrolls are generally good to save turns later on, especially in health.
I mean, right now I see entrance to the 3rd floor, but I am still going back up to get scrolls, and only after that I'm going to enter Tomb 3. That is because of scrolls.
Well, yeah, let's see. Yeah, because you currently have no teleport scrolls, no blinks, so that does give you a bit of safety picking up those teleports. Here's a bit of waiting once again. The pretty much everyone who drinks tree form and survives then needs to waste turns for that to come down because there's no ability to untransform from that. Yeah, and infestation once again doing work.
Do you have tree form for Tomb 3?
No, I don't have. This was the last one. And I probably would die if I didn't use it. Maybe, I don't know. But I will have telescrolls, so I can regen MP and HP using them.
You could also use the distortion weapon.
Telescrolls are better for regaining. No, maybe in case things are really bad.
By the way, do you know about the teleportation poison technique?
No, what do you mean?
So after you read teleportation scroll, you still have a chance to, let's say, land one tile near your location. And if you read poison scroll, all the tiles are going to be clouded, and you cannot land on those tiles. So you are guaranteed to land somewhere outside of loss at least.
Oh, I see. It's an interesting use of poison scroll. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's some interesting tech that Sergey initially suggested. And yeah, I tested
Well,
it.
I generally used it for streaks. It's not that I would even pick up a poison scroll for that in turn count, but just something nice to know.
Yeah, and so Sergey, you did talk about monsters spawning in line of sight in Tomb 3. It just happened here as well, right? So it's not that rare.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't notice it that much. So how does infestation and simulacrum interfere with each other?
Infestation has higher priority, so you have to aim the way banners are not marked with infestation.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so damage down to 60 HP from only torments and probably a few smites. So, and that's what Atella to get mana back, because you were pretty safe there.
That's why I had to return to get the scroll so I could survive here.
Well, teleporting in seems a bit more dangerous. You seem to be kind of safe there with all of your allies being next to you.
Well, allies should be fast. They will find me rather quickly. It doesn't matter where I tell you, they will go there.
Wait, so was that a second teleport?
Yeah, I had to use 2 teles and I was still in danger and I stepped from time.
Okay.
I expected Tomb 3 to be a little bit less dangerous. I mean.
Well, it's because statue form doesn't fully protect you from torment. That's the main reason I had to tele in the first place. So I was down to 50 HP or 60, I don't remember. And I only killed a few greater mummies, so I could. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would die there, but there was a chance. So I thought tele is a better option.
Well, maybe you could save your lignification with step from time in Tomb 3, in Tomb, so that you had signification here. But I don't remember the exact situation if it was solvable by step from time.
Yeah, maybe I could save lignification. It was not that important.
Okay.
So here I suppose you want to see the figurine of Ziggurat to just enter it right now.
I'm also regaining HP and MP, so it's not only figurine. I also check loot. Many reasons.
Yeah,
Book of Fire, very
yeah.
nice.
Yep. That's one more spell to the collection. And a pretty nice MP +9 ring, so can cast even more spells.
Here I find Ignition in one of the books.
Yeah, that was the Book of Fire. And now it's time for the Ziggurat. So in this Ziggurat, the only thing you are looking for is Passage of Galubria.
Well, not only I'm looking for mapping scrolls, blink scrolls. I have 0 blink scrolls. That's a very dangerous place to be at. Also, as far as I remember, I still have minus 20% HP mutation. I need to get rid of it. Necromutation is still on the list of things I want to have.
Do you think it is ever possible to skip Ziggurat to get a better result overall?
Only if you want 3 runes, probably. Or 15
No,
runes.
no, I mean for 15 exclusively.
I think this is the best place. Maybe even... Well, I wanted to say that you can go directly into the Zig, not for your first rune, but it's very dangerous. But maybe one day we'll have to do this way. We'll have to play this way.
I think you tried that with Deep Elf when how's it called, when the rune lock was removed from the Ziggurat. Did you ever even manage to enter it reasonably geared?
The real question is when you should stop exploring Zig. In this game, I stop right after I find Pog, but it's not even the best decision. Maybe I should have explored a few more floors.
Yes.
Here I played very bad. I don't remember what I did here, but it was really bad. I had
Maybe
to think
misclick.
a lot here to survive.
Yeah, we can quickly check what happened.
Maybe it was 2 miscasts in a row.
Let's see.
Maybe you forgot you don't have statue form.
Yeah, probably I forgot about statue form.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
But
of
it was
course, you
very
just
bad.
get,
I struggled to survive.
yeah, and insta tormented, of course.
I can imagine Tilt losing like that.
Well, it's still not that far into the game. In Hell, losing would be much harder to deal with mentally.
Sergey does know about that a bit, right?
Well, I kind of lost in a different way, at least. I mean, dying because you forgot that you don't have a statue form, or because of some kind of a misclick, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that would be very annoying.
Well, yeah, you're once again refreshing your teleportation scroll stacks, so that's nice. That's what the Ziggurat is for, preparing for the extended game. And potions of experience are always nice as well. Yeah, that was just a potion of mutation. Let's see if you can finally get rid of those mutations.
I think I did it a few floors before, maybe on Ziggurat 7. I have
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
I have no HP mutations at the moment.
Yep, that's some blank scrolls now. So you have at least some more. But yeah, no really notable artifact loot from the Zigs from what I can see. Just some scrolls and potions.
Yeah, I have to play without my elemental stuff.
Yeah, so far it seems like each floor gives a small bit of improvement for the character, but nothing really great so far. I mean, actually, the one great thing you is probably passage.
Yeah, which will be coming up in the next floor. And then the real game, so to speak, begins.
Also, I have 73 mana. That's like 20 higher than Sergey had in his run.
Yeah, that's 2 mana MP plus 9 items. Likely. Yep, Great
Oh,
Wizards.
that's the passage.
Great Wizards Volume 8, my favorite book. Will you even wear those boots as well for even more mana? Those were MP plus 9 boots.
I checked how MP plus 9 worked if I use statue form, and it works horrible.
Yeah.
You lose some so it's a bad idea to use MP plus 9 item if you use transmutations.
Yeah, the way it works is that you both lose the increased mana, and then you lose the mana that you would have gained. So it actually loses you double the amount. Because otherwise you would have extra mana for transmutating or something like that, and devs didn't really like that being the case. but it becomes worse in so many other cases that way.
I would honestly still use the MP plus 9 item on meltable slot, because you, especially at this point, you explore so fast that it doesn't even matter if you lose 9 mana points each transmutation.
Your statue form will cost not 6 mana, but 15. That's a very bad thing to have.
Well, so the thinking with that is that, well, let's see. I think we looked at it that you wouldn't have had that mana anyway if you were to do the transmutation. So it kind of doesn't really lose you anything, because you couldn't have had that mana if it worked the other way. But well, I mean, yeah, I guess it still costs a lot in some situations. And that's a very quick exit from Tomb once again.
I guess we can speed up this part as well.
Yeah, now time to see the Pog Master in play. This is the best Pogs in the game. So do you just try to explore in every new direction, or when do you decide to
Yeah,
not?
I used one-way stairs on vaults 1, so I don't know where stairs back allocated.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, in general, let's say in Pandemonium, how do you decide in which direction to place the Pogs?
In all directions. Well, in all directions that lead to somewhere. Like, you don't explore if you know that after that you'll find the wall. Probably that is not the best direction to explore.
Okay.
I have 8 mapping scrolls at the moment,
Wow.
so I can freely use them on all depth floors.
Yeah, that's really nice. That Zig really paying off once again.
And it was only, what, like 12?
Yes, 12.
I would actually consider magic mapping here in case I don't see any indication of the vault.
Well, I know that I'm in the bottom right of the map, so I can at least go to the center and after that decide what I want to do, because it will be likely not a mistake to go in that direction.
Yeah, basically you have no other choice, I think.
Yeah, I guess we can quickly check out the loot that you have. Let's see. So currently, Staff of Fire, Buckler of AC, that hat with our corner C, a Scarf of Resistance, Amulet of Regen, and 2 MP plus 9 rings with some other stats. Yeah.
That's pretty stacked character at this point.
Yeah, I have full resistances, so that's really nice.
Only missed the elemental stuff. So which floor does have the guaranteed Pandemonium floor? I always forget.
Second floor has it. My depths one floor has another ziggurat, but it's very far away. I decided to skip it. If it was on my way to Pandemonium, I would probably enter it again and clear at least 10 more floors. But I don't wanna go to the top of this floor, it's too far away.
Yeah, of course, depth is not going to be very dangerous after clearing some zigs, so this is just a few turns to clear huge crowds, as it should be. Would you do hell first if you found it?
No, I found hell first and
Yeah.
I skipped it. Depths 2 has a guaranteed pen entrance, but it's very far away. It's almost in the center of the map. I don't want to go there. I want to check other floors first. They might also have another Pandemonium entrance.
So here actually it seems like this channel is only harming you.
Well, I use it on the previous floor. It was okay there. Uh, right now, I didn't recast it. Just was it was doing something maybe useful, maybe not. I didn't care that much. I don't see Pandemonium here. I see two portal entrances here. One is a guaranteed hell, another is a guaranteed abyss. So there should not be a Pandemonium entrance anywhere on this level. This floor can have a Pandemonium entrance. It's not guaranteed, but it's very close. I can check.
I guess you can also check this one in Wiz mode.
Yeah, I did check. It's not just random. You cannot say anything about well, also mapping here was a good idea. Not only it was a good idea because entrance to Zod is random. So even if I open this layout and it didn't help that much. I didn't know in what direction I should explore to find Zod. So mapping here was okay. It helped me. It helped me to find Zod.
Yeah, and so just as a note, so how many times have you already checked Wismode and the vaults so far in this game?
Oh, that was quite good.
A lot of times,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
every Panlord floor, like here, I check this floor in this mode. I don't remember. I do it often. I do it rather fast, so it's no problem for me to find something.
Yeah, and as Sergey said, that was really, really nice steal. Just go there, quick shatter, open the rune vault, and take it.
So this is a Nolik floor, right?
I didn't.
Yeah, looks like it's his floor. I will get a lot of bad mutations here.
So here is the place where I would try to stack simulacrums.
Well, that was Shatter to open up the
This
vault.
food should be easy, however you play it.
Oh, I mean, it is easy just to not get mutated.
Okay, we can check the mutes real quick. Let's see. Occasionally lose ability to read scrolls, that's bad. And sometimes lose temper, but you don't melee, so that should be fine. So yeah, not amazing having minus scroll.
At least it's not the bad design one.
I think it's still the bad. Well, well, I mean, it's the slightly less bad design one. It has like the half chance to trigger compared to the rune mutation.
So this was unsuccessful stealing, right? For this.
No, I think it's just setting up the pogs to be able to get out quickly.
Oh, okay. But no, I saw the message that this portal doesn't lead anywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, so this might have been something similar to what you had as well, where you tried to for a long time to set up the escape portals, and it just almost timed out. You chose to go back in with no portals, while in Sapher's case, might have just timed out while he was doing them.
That's also a nice spawn.
Yeah, so that's is it 3 levels in a row of getting the pan rune, pan lord runes? It was fire, then no leg, then this Lomna bomb. So yeah, really nice, and of course inside of the rune vault almost. No, Mla like him, Lomna bomb himself can of course be a bit dangerous if you try to fight him, but with Pog you can just steal.
I can steal, but I can also kill him. It will take not that many turns. I have all the tools I need to kill him. That's BVC plus LCS, and he's dead. So I kill him here, but I could steal his rune, no problem.
He's also a bit annoying one to steal from because of the tornado.
I can deal with tornado using Che, temporal distortion.
Okay, and while we're exiting this level, so let's see, the third pan rune was at 4,493 turns. So yeah, going very fast at this point for
Is
comparison.
this 4 in a row? Because I think I saw the Glorx message.
Yeah, that's his flaw.
Wow. So really, that was 4 panlords in a row. That's amazing. I mean, when things go right, things go really right. This run was quite a show. Yeah, only the demonic rune took a bit of time to find after this. But yeah, these panlord runes were really, really fast. Yeah, so I would guess at this point you're trying to find out the rune vault.
Yeah, I know it's located in the top left part of the map. I just check which one of the walls it is, generated in this mode, and think about how I deal with it. It should be super easy, no problem. I have a lot of ways to get the rune. Just thinking about it.
Yeah, Executioner Simulacra is always a good solution. They're very fast, attack 4 times, right? And have ice attacks on top of all of those, so they just melt stuff. Or freeze, I guess. And yeah, it took 4 Simulacra, 3 turns to kill Glorks. That's probably even on the low side. I mean, high side. Could have died faster, even.
Yeah, it's quite often that he dies in just one turn.
Okay, so the devs have been, I don't know, been wanting to poke at extended for quite a while, but there have been quite a few ideas that didn't really go anywhere. So, what do you think should be done about extended? Maybe changed somehow. Like, are there any specific problems, for example, in Pandemonium that you would know would have some interesting solutions how to fix?
I don't want to suggest anything. I just play the game. It's I don't care that much. Mm, so I have no ideas. I will
Yeah.
not say something
Okay.
about it.
And so in terms of the strength of this record, yeah, getting one that is this optimized. So, in my opinion, no, like it might take over a year, or if someone wanted to beat it. How strong do you think this is?
Yeah, I think it will hold for at least a year, maybe even more. Well, it
I mean, there
depends
are
on what
basically a
the
couple of people who who may even try to beat it.
Yeah, we would need.
Well, it also depends on what they add in newer versions, because
yeah,
if
yeah.
they add something to replace Meteoran, it might be. Well, human is not good enough, so people will not play old versions probably that much. So if they don't add something super strong, it will be not beaten for a while, maybe even more than 1 year.
Yeah, so either something needs to fundamentally change about the game, it becoming really shorter, or yeah, but otherwise you just need to play the same version that you did. And for this version, it's like a very, very, very strong run.
Yeah, I was thinking that optimal run would look like 7.5k, and 7k is insane.
Yeah, I was thinking that yeah, below 8,000 was like a really good run. Then when we saw the Kiku potential and how fast you could do the early game, then if that pace was continued, I did see that in some freak scenario, below 7,000 is possible, and this run is pretty much below 7,000. So that's just insane that it actually happened. Oh, okay, so Sergey says that he really doesn't like scarabs, and Kiku due to them always taking the pogs when you want to
In
take them.
extended.
Yeah. So what do you think about that, Sapher?
Well, if you're trying to get first 3 runes, Pog is not really that important at this point of the game. You don't have enough free mana to cast it often, so it's no big deal. In the late game, yeah, it's a problem, but in the late game you should not use infestation that often. It's rarely used in some strange situations, so it's no big deal.
Like, would you say that Kiku in extended for 50 rune turn count is basically like playing an atheist?
Yeah, in the late game Kiku, I would play like Che. I would not use probably infestation. I would use Shatter, Ignition, Poke. Maybe I would even switch Kiku for something else if I see an altar on my way to somewhere.
Now that's a fun thing, pogging into the line of sight of all of those hellions.
Actually, it was lucky to not dead on the spot.
It's all calculated.
But you didn't know that there was an island, right?
I knew it. It's marked on the map. I had a message. I knew what I was dealing with. I just didn't care.
Yeah, that's how champions play.
So this is kind of surprising for me. Because I had situations where I almost died from full HP by just doing a passage, some not even a island, not even a Helion island, but just some random vault with
I
a.
was training stealth not for nothing. That's why I survived. Maybe, probably.
Yeah, there could have been like those smoke obscuring some vision of the hellions, and yeah, maybe stealth. Well, it worked out this time.
Well, I also think the way Pog landed, I saw that I only would get it to the line of sight of half of the island. So it's not like I saw everyone instantly. So I thought probably it will be fine.
Okay, some extra distortion, just a few more mutations. No problem with that.
Well, I'm losing all my tele scrolls here because I already got to Abyss 3 contaminated, so I didn't want to use extra Dista unwields here, so I wasted all my scrolls here, almost all my scrolls, and didn't find anything, so I had to use Dista again. So it was bad
By the way,
luck.
here you are not just unwielding, but you are switching to the other weapon, which costs
It
you.
doesn't matter, it's still half a turn, well, one turn. If you switch to another weapon, that switch back, it's like wielding nothing. It doesn't matter, it's the same.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm almost sure it's the same.
Okay.
it's it's faster in terms of odds. Yeah, the arbitrary units of time, but it's the same in terms of turn count.
I would expect switching to be like 2 actions, but maybe it is 1, which is also reasonable.
I'm not going to test that in with mode.
You mean the Abyss Vaults?
I meant if switching to another
Yeah,
weapon
okay.
takes 1 or 2 turns.
Yeah, there was a pretty average Abyss, like not really great.
If 100 turns Abyss is not that great. Yeah. New time.
Well, I mean, you can always just.
Well, for 15 rune, it is not that great, to be honest.
Yeah, I know you can repeat that many times, but still, some time ago it was really impressive.
Yeah, that's what Meteoran does. And yeah, all these strategies of getting the best spells and then using Ziggs to power them up really makes the game faster.
Kite is actually really dangerous because I don't have Necrot mutation and Ice Fiends can torment me. It should be much easier than what I have here. I will struggle a few times here.
Yeah, I guess this is compared to, let's say, Sergey's run, where it was the easiest one. Since, yeah, with just Necromutation, you can just do anything you want and everything just dies.
Yeah, with Necromutation you can ignore fiends, just run around like you don't care. But here I actually have to kill all of them and kill them fast.
Yeah, and so what are your thoughts about these smaller ambush levels that were added in the newer updates?
Yeah, they're really dangerous. Probably tar ambush floors are the hardest one because they can have a silent specter, and that will. Well, I was so far ahead that actually it could not ruin my run. I could just leave one rune and exit the dungeon with only 14 runes and would still have first place, but it could be scary.
For me, the ambush walls are actually the one thing that I would like to change because it's unreasonable that they are harder than the boss fight
Yeah,
by
I
a lot.
agree that they are too hard. They should be easier.
Okay, this is the Tela vault, where there's a huge ice walls, and you need to go to the other sides. It's 50-50, but you can also, I guess, get through them with chatter.
I don't like the way I play here. Probably I was too scared to instantly shatter, but probably that was the best decision. I do something, I prepare and I get marked, while getting marked was a big mistake here. It definitely costed me a lot of turns here, and I could die here.
Yeah, and Tails has a lot of HP, so it's just hard to fight him, kill him. And yeah, since Ice Fiends can torment you, that's also a lot more dangerous than usual. You didn't happen to find Death's Door?
No, I don't have it. I would probably learn it and train it. I have nothing important to train at the moment. I'm just probably training fighting, dodging, and something. Not that important.
Okay, well, you managed to get out, that's good.
Still, getting marked there was really bad play. I should avoided it.
Yeah, Instant Howl, the usual Dar experience.
Actually, I have rather high evocation skill, and chance to paralyze is around 80%. So I don't know why I did nothing. Why I did nothing to prevent that effect.
Maybe you don't care about Howl too much.
No, I do care. Just I don't remember why I ignored it.
Well, I think that might have been just instant from.
Maybe I failed 20% and after that I ignored it. Maybe that was the case.
Oh, yeah, we can see. Oh, well, no, you just don't do anything.
No, it was an instant howl.
Yeah. Yeah, you just pogged in and got howled, so wasn't much chance to do stuff. Yeah, how do you rate Titsmittles in terms of danger level?
Because I don't have necromentation, every fiend is very dangerous. I should kill them on sight somehow, probably BVC plus LCS.
Okay, so far so good. Well, of course, Tar seems a bit less dangerous, unless you get silenced than Cocytus.
Yeah, the only danger here is silent specters. If you don't see them, you'll be fine.
And the final boss is a bit dangerous, I'd say.
Yeah, but there are some good layouts where you don't even have to see him.
Yeah. I think in my game I teleported in the line of sight of it after I told the rune.
I probably have 2 telescrolls now, so I'm not going to use a random teleportation strategy.
Yeah, this is an unlucky exploration. It was
Well,
meant.
here teleport actually looks good because there is a water.
Yeah, if I had at least 5 telescrolls, I probably would use 2 or 3. But I'm not. Well, actually, I'm so far ahead that I can just clear whole floor and still be fine. So here I try to play safe. And the safe play, as I see it, is just going directly to the central entrance, shatter this wall, and probably kill Lord. At least the plan right now looks this way. Somehow I struggle to cross this river, and the plan changes later. So now I want just to cross the river, right at the center of the map, and after that just go up and kill everyone using probably infestation or some other summons. But I am running out of mana. I don't use random teleportation trap here because I am marked. It can be too dangerous. If I wasn't marked, I would use it.
Well, can't you just pog once if you land somewhere badly and then you can get out of any danger?
Well, I can imagine teleporting right in front of final boss, silence, and I don't know what is the weapon. What do I do?
Yeah,
I
okay.
I didn't want to take any risks, and mark and random teleportation is not is too risky.
Yeah, so this one is annoying to cross because of the passage interaction with the water.
Yeah, this play is rather bad. I'm pretty sure you can get this rune faster than I do it, but it's just safe play right now is more important than speed.
Yeah, and it doesn't even lose that much. So it's like, I don't know, 50 turns at most. So this vault is an ideal example of where you can steal and not even see both.
No, that's not this example. It's actually very hard vault to steal the rune
Well,
because
but
if
you just go to the treasure room and shatter from there.
no, you are very likely to break too many walls and see final boss. You cannot shatter only one tile to the left of you, or the one you need to shatter. So you are 50-50. You can still see the boss because you shatter too much walls.
Okay, that's one more hell branch complete. Getting close to the finish. And this run is, of course, so once you get into extended, it seems to be a pretty constant time between runes. It doesn't really isn't really a way to slow it down much or speed it up. You just need to pog and go through the levels at a pretty constant speed. From what I've seen,
Well, if I did extra 5 levels of Zig, I could probably find a lot of telescrolls, and I could use random teleportation strategy on final floors of hell, and it would save. It saves the time I spent, the extra time I spent in Zig. Uh,
would also be a bit stronger.
Yeah, I would. Minus scrolls mutation is very bad. Well, in Kakaitas, when I had problems, one of the reasons it was so bad is that I couldn't blink.
So is Gehenna going to be the easiest branch of this run? For
Well,
Hells.
no, it's not. It's not the easiest. Well, I don't know actually. Maybe it is, but still, fiends are very dangerous. Ambush walls are probably the hardest part of Hells. It can be in any branch.
You
So
also
if
probably
I
have
see usual floors, they are easy everywhere. But some strange walls can make things a lot worse.
you also seem to have kind of bad spell set to deal with these monsters. But I still wouldn't say it is the most easiest or the most dangerous one.
On average, I think Brimstone Fiends generate like one per floor. So it's not, well, one per usual floor, not sevens. So it's not big. It's rather easy.
So is the rune like right above you?
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah,
very
that's
easy
a
floor.
lucky layout.
It could have been better. Sometimes stairs generate on this level down from the room, not
Yeah,
in the
like
corner.
right where you are right now. Yeah, this was very nice floor.
Yeah, and the turn count for this currently is 5,694. So less than 6,000 turns for second to last rune. And of course, Shatter shines in this. Everyone stands on the ground here pretty much, except for Shrikes, and they all die nicely to it. That's
Yeah,
one.
so this looks pretty nice.
Yeah, that's one ambush vault.
Just imagine getting Quicksilver here. Well,
Well, I did get Quicksilver.
Ah, okay.
I used
I
it for
see. But I just didn't see it. Ah, okay. It just looks like how that called? I don't know the
Wellspring.
name of this enemy.
Elemental Wellspring.
Yeah, that's why I didn't notice. Yeah, and marked as well. 10 caustic strikes in line of sight.
Oh, I guess, yeah, just slouching is the correct play for those. They didn't even manage to do a lot of damage.
that one Shrike probably defended me from Hellfire. I think it blocked a few attempts. Or Damnation it's called nowadays, I don't remember.
Yeah, Damnation. Still like Hellfire though. Same with magic resistance.
That's an ambush vault you kind of want to see. Well, not an ambush, just a vault,
Yeah,
which is okay.
it's very easy if you have Shatter.
Okay, so actually getting a lot of Shrikes in these levels. 3 or 4 packs already. That Arc Road hat coming in handy.
So that level was kind of unlucky.
Well, exploration luck is not even that important at the moment. The only thing I care about is not dying.
Well, yeah, for this particular round, yeah, because you are probably like already 1.5k ahead of my result.
Here I Wismode this layout, I know everything about this level. And the path. So it's not I don't go in a straight line directly to the boss. First I move to the left side of this level, and then I go down like like this exploration looks like. It's probably slower, but it's a more safe play. So it's not the fastest way to get this rune, but it's more safe.
Is this the layout with like a treasure corner, rune corner, and probably like the other treasure corner?
Well, the map is divided into 3 halves. In one half, yes, there is only treasure. In the middle, you start. It's almost empty. No strong enemies, mostly gargoyles. And in the third half of the level is Rune Vault. Another is just some statues. nothing really useful. On this level, you are kind of expected to run out of MP. You need a way to regain them. I use sublimation of blood here a few times.
I think I did a stupid thing in my run in this. I decided to start Blackram and Carrot Army. And I gave up this idea a couple times later with Shatter.
Well, it can work. When I played Kiku, I didn't have Shatter. I had to use summons on this level, and it worked. It was bad. Shatter is much faster, but it's also possible to play like this.
No, I would even say that with Kiku it would be probably even safer.
Here I divide passage of Galubria into two paths. One into safety, where I can regen MP and HP, and one continue in the direction of a rune. So the aim here is to be able to regen HP, MP in a safety and still continue going for the rune.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so so one of the things that you're able to do is quickly exit the form and to then sublimate. Oh, how would this go if you were playing this with shapeshifting?
I didn't think about it. I don't know. Maybe I would use potions more. Like I would have more ambrosia potions on. I don't know.
Okay.
And what if it was a leech form?
Well, you can end the lich form, no problem, if you are not playing in trunk.
No, I mean shape-shifting leech form.
I don't know. I didn't think about shape-shifting play that much. I have no instant solutions.
Yeah, this is taking a bit of time. A slightly slower level compared to the other ones, but not in terms of turn count though, because let's see. Well, yeah, so it's taking, in terms of the turn count, it took around 350 turns to take the last rune. Since the Gehenna's one. Yeah, but that is a
It
bit.
was a nice skill.
Yeah, very nice. Now all that's left is to dive through Zot and get the orb. Yeah, so while we're going to Zot, I have a bit of. Let's go through a bit of the turn count records since Meteoran has been announced and see the amount of turns that have been cut from the record. So the record that was standing from the from the null times was a Gnoll Necromancer from Sapher, and it was in 13,000 turns. So that was what Meteoran was aiming to beat. The first real record from Sapher was 10,870 turns, so that's a bit more than 2,000 turns cut from the record, and it continued improving from there. So following that, there was a 9,000 turn record from Sapher as well, which was quite very nice and seemed quite good at that point. So that's further 1,800 turns. Following that, an 8,500 turn run from Sapher, which is a 500 turn count drop. Then Sergey just managed to squeak that out by 100 turns. And finally, Sapher once again in this run managed to beat the record by once again 1,500 turns more, pretty much. And just it's safe to say that those kinds of turn cuts will not happen again. This run is very close to being maxed out in the current state. So yeah, this is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, very good run.
Somehow that sounds like you are giving up.
Well, a bit yes. Like I mean, I from what I saw in my luck, is I tried to write that auto program which would grant me some fighting chance at the start of the run, but I would need to get 2 or 3 books at this point to be able to do something like this, because it just takes a big amount of luck to grind through this. Well, of course, again, aside from the big amount of luck, you also need a big amount of skill and the dedication to study those wisdom vaults. So yeah, this record will stand for a bit.
Well, I would say that even if my record got beaten by just one single turn, I would still give up, most likely, because it takes quite some time to beat it, even though
Oh, I
my
checked.
record was not optimized at this.
It took about 100 hours during the 3 months that passed.
Yeah, and that's a pretty reasonable time, I would say.
Yeah, but to beat this record, it will probably take, I don't know, maybe 2,000 hours or something like that to get a run this good again.
Well, maybe not that much, but certainly more than I would want to. So, for example, I grinded my run for 120 hours in total.
Okay. So in terms of giving up, there's still one place that could be improved. That is the 3 rune record. Now that's the one that's unoptimized at this point. The could still squeeze something out there.
Well, yeah, probably you can cut it by maybe 500 turns,
Yeah.
and it will not be that big of a stretch.
Yeah, give Sapher something to do once again.
But what I really hate in that run is 50 rune Abyss. And while I say that 100 rune for 15 rune turn count is quite slow, I mean not slow, but at least not great. But 50 turns for 3 rune turn count is, I don't know, it's you have to reroll a lot, I would say. Because often it happens that you don't even have the distortion weapon.
Yeah, the best turn count runs do tend to find those distortion weapons, which you do need very much to save turns. Okay, target went down nicely. No, not really.
I didn't even use Shutter here because I didn't want to attract more monsters after walls break.
Yeah, and this is a good vault. You know where the exits are. And we're down to the level 5, close to the orb now. Yep, the usual breaking the orb, breaking the lungs.
Actually, it looks a little bit dangerous because I'm running out of MP and I don't have mana potions, so... Well, it's not that dangerous, but I waste a few turns here on regaining MP.
You actually also
Probably.
don't have step from time available.
Oh yeah, I wasted a lot of piety on slouches. When I see Orb of Fire, I usually do a few slouches, maybe LCS later, when he gets into the range of LCS.
Yeah, because they have kind of like of an abjuration of your simulacrum. Yeah, but it's not like it is dangerous. It is dangerous to push to make it fast.
Yes, it's not dangerous, it's just that I lose turns here on regaining HP and MP. I probably could poke directly into the orb chamber, and this way I would regain mana and health. But I play it safe and regain just because I move slowly and have regain items.
I like how you can teleport into the orb chamber. The mentality of champion. But as we were discussing in my video, good players teleport using their mind.
Yeah, you just know where you need to go. That's all I need. And yeah, I guess playing it a bit safe with the simulacrum to end. And And that's the orb. Very nice. The time currently is 6,490 turns.
Oh, so that was kind of slow run, I guess.
Yeah, it was average-ish. It was around 500 turns, so that's, yeah, could have been faster. But, well, hard to ask a lot of things from a run already this good.
Yeah, so now again, the part that takes you a bit of thinking, but boring to watch. You do have teleport scrolls or scrolls at this point.
I probably have 1 or 2 scrolled.
Yeah, we can see if that pops up in the inventory.
This floor is unexplored. I wouldn't use telescroll here, even if I had more than 1 or 2.
Well, yeah, most of them in depths aren't, since there's not much reason to explore. Yeah, now I'm thinking, what are the chances that something could actually kill you here during this Orbrun?
Well, I will see Seraph soon. Does he have a chance?
Well, I guess.
I would not bet a single rubble on Seraph.
I think it took 1 turn to deal with Seraph.
Yeah, once he casts that mass injury bond or something, it just everything dies.
No, it's step from time.
Well, maybe you can die if you misclick pass wall somewhere.
Yeah, you're walking around without statues, so there's a small chance something could happen, but It's still 41 evasion. Should be fine. Might even be more dangerous with statues since you're slower.
Well, actually, I know what should happen to die. There should be one floating eye and a bunch of other enemies.
Yeah, that you left from the previous time you were on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have a blink scroll, so it's really hard to imagine something that can kill me now.
Wait a minute.
Well, Grinder has paralyzed, so
Yeah, that's quite dangerous. Yeah, and we're almost there. Back to D4. The grand adventure done in so few turns. Almost over. Yeah, so it was in 2020 that the first 100 million turn count run was set. And now it only took 3 years for the 200 million turn count run to be set. And it's this one. And yeah, another 100 million mark will likely never be broken. So yeah, this is quite a big accomplishment, quite a nice number to end up on.
well, you never know. They might change the game so much that it can happen.
Well, that would be a new scoring change. This is on the old scoring rules, which were in the game since pretty much it started. So that's quite nice. And yeah, the exit's right there. No final boss. And that's it. 7,222 turns. Congratulations, Sapher.
Thank you.
Yeah. So really, thanks a lot for commentating this. This was real fun. Really great hearing all the different strats and things you need to go through to actually claim records like this. Yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add?
Nothing.
Great. So yeah, thanks a lot once again, and yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.